All right, I think that I'm going to get a lot of grief from this one from some of you guys because viewers, long-term viewers of my channel know how much I rip on Yeti and how expensive it is. And, I've made a bunch of commercials for Magellan products. I'll leave a link below for you guys who haven't seen it. And don't forget about the Nebo Glow in my infomercial for the Nebo Glow. I'll leave a link for that one. That one is a favorite. I go to football games around here, and the kids run up from behind the stands and yell, "Both at once!" Which is a tagline from that infomercial. But anyways, Denise threw out the Nebo Glow, the actual tumbler. And so I needed a new mug. And what drove me to this, even though Yeti's expensive, what drove me to the Yeti, ironically, is financial destitution. I am just absolutely broke. All right. A couple months ago, we're like looking at the budget and it's like $0. And then it turns out it started going negative. I didn't know you could have negative dollars. I thought, you could only have like antimatter particles. I thought that negative things only existed like abstractly in mathematics, but my bank had a different idea. I had negative dollars in my account. So what was going on? Well, Denise, kind of floated the idea that maybe my extensive G-Shock collection was kind of, ruining the budget. And yeah, I guess I have a lot of G-Shocks. Some of them, cost more than others, let's just say. This one was $400. And by the way, right now I'm wearing this $380 one. But I don't think that's it. I don't think that all these G-Shocks are causing the financial problems. It is inflation, especially with the cost of food. I have 9 kids, and they're always hungry, and they keep on eating more and more food. And I was looking at my expenditures, and I'm spending way too much money on energy drinks, right? And like 2, 3, sometimes 4 energy drinks a day. Most of them C4, most of them, the red flavor, the Skittles flavor, the pink flavor of C4. I try and get them at a good deal. They'll be like 2 for $6 at the truck stop, 2 for $5 at the grocery store. But that's still a lot of money when you think about it per day. And, so I got to go back to making instant coffee, which very long-term viewers of the channel know about these little packets and how, I used to put these in the water. Those of you who went with me when I was a mover and I went over the road, they hate these things because I used to drink, this whole box is $1 and, I mix up a lot of them. I mix it up really strong and it stains your teeth and gives you dog breath, but it keeps you awake, all right? So one of these boxes is $1 and you have 7 pouches in them, right? And this is Folgers. I much prefer the Nescafe. And they have a hazelnut too, which tastes good. And so it's like, you can put these in a bottle of water and shake it up, right? So this is a great way to stay caffeinated without having to plunk down a lot of money on energy drinks. But, I work in an oil field, and even before that, when I was over the road, having a mug is difficult because of keeping it washed. So the constraints that I have for a mug is that it can't have like too many parts that's going to get really, really like gunk in there. It has to be easy to clean, and it has to be like absolutely spill proof. So last month I bought one at the grocery store. I think it was called Augie, and it was a lot like this one. And it had a built-in handle, and the clear plastic top cracked, all right? And it started leaking a lot, and I was like, this is no good. This other one is leaking too much, and I spent about I think it was like $18 or $22 somewhere around there for that particular mug, and I was like, it's exactly that whole financial equation, like saving money on a mug. It's like buying an El Cheapo Casio watch. And then, like, oh, I saved so much money. And then look what happens. It breaks. This one finally ripped all the way through, right? So I can't wear this one anymore, right? So like that one I think was probably 20 something dollars. So it's like you buy one like this. This is the Mudman. This is like my favorite watch. This one's so tough, so durable. This one costs a lot more, $380, but I doubt that this band is going to break like that one, you know? And so it's one of those things, buy nice or buy twice, right? And so with a Yeti, I started thinking that maybe in my particular use case, it would be worth it to purchase a $42 Yeti, right? So this is the Yeti Rambler 30-ounce travel mug. $42. That's a lot, right? But the more I can use this, and get my caffeine fix through this $1 and change box of instant coffee, or I found this tastes a lot better, costs a little more, but this stuff is like mixes up way better in cold water, and it's not as like it's like it mixes up a lot better. It doesn't have the same type of like aftertaste that this kind of instant coffee has. But these are hard to find. This Nescafe ice roast, right? So anyways, when I get back to the man camp, I'll be washing this out, and so it has to be easy to clean. So you have one gasket here, right? And as far as moving parts, you have this lid, and you take it off in this way. I tried this in the store. I was at Academy. There's a magnet. You just pry off the top, and then this bottom part, you twist 90 degrees, bing, bang, boom. All right, now this is much easier to clean. So I'll be cleaning it when I get back to the man camp, and when I'm out in the field at an oil well or whatever, I'll just have to rinse it out. Oh, there's stuff in there. Hold on. Put a pause on the main rant, and let's take a look at what's inside. All right. There's a manual. Okay, tells you how to use. Okay, there's a gasket, little rubber sleeve on the lid. So I have to take that off to wash it thoroughly. I'm kind of neurotic about gunk getting in my mug, and so I really only put coffee or water in it, because if you put like soda or something sugary in there, that's really what gets a mug ruined. There's a caution. I don't know what it says. We're going to ignore it. Oh, you have to register your Yeti. Does this Yeti have Bluetooth? Are they going to track me with it? Is that why they want me to register it? Oh, nice, a sticker. All right, so you can get a Magellan mug and just put this sticker on it. And then care and use. All right, you want to read about the proper care and use. All right, so that's pretty cool. So the selling point for me is this: leak resistant when closed to keep your coffee full and worries away. See how the diagram has this mug on end, and it's not spilling. That's what was happening to my other mug. The cheaper mug, if it got tipped, it was spilling. It was spilling out the lid. I'd tip it back to drink, and it was coming out of the lid. It was dribbling down my face, making me look like a moron at the morning meeting at work. Even more of a moron. People laughing at me because, Mark, like, oh, is there a hole in your lip? I'm like, no, it's the mug. People not believing me, but anyways, this mug, the top screws on, right? And Yeti's promising that it's not going to spill, right? And the other feature is this color. This color is really attractive to me. It's like a orange color, kind of like, I don't know, like the Nashville Predators maybe. And so I like the color, and it's very visible. So I left my other. I'd love to compare this Yeti to my other mug. I left the other one in my truck at work. So I'm hoping that a bright color will make it less likely for me to leave this in the truck at work. All right, because the other problem about leaving a mug in the truck at work is, everything inside getting all heated up really hot and becoming a petri dish in there. All right. So one other cool thing about this lid is there's a coin edge at the 6 and 9 o'clock position. And so the threads along the rim, they're not one continuous thread where there'd only be one point to screw it on. There's 4 different directions that you can screw it on. Okay, let me go through them all, and I'll leave like chapter markers for each orientation if you wanted to review which orientation. Okay, so if you're right-handed and you want the lid to be facing you while you're holding the YETI Rambler 30-ounce travel mug with your right hand, then make the lid point closer to the handle till it catches the thread and tighten up. Okay? Now to open up the lid, press down and push away. And there you go. There's your sips. All right? So this is point of view. You're righty, and you're drinking out of this. Ready? All right? That's pretty cool, huh? All right. Now say you're sinister. You're one of those weirdos who's lefty. We can't trust you. What's actually in there, lefty? We're really scared to know. We're scared to ask what's in your mug because you're a lefty. It could be the blood of missing children. Who knows? Anyways, on this case, you want the lid, the hole, to face away as if it was pointing to where the handle should be. And then right when it catches the threads, you turn it. Okay? And now... That's a point of view if you're a lefty and drinking it and you have a sinister laugh. I mean, that's where the word sinister comes from. It's from being lefty, all right? And so this coin edge will prevent you from accidentally drinking from, 90 degrees off axis of where the hole is, the sip hole, which I think is a technical term. This is the sip hole. And you shouldn't put your fingers on it because you're going to get a lot of bacteria that's on your hands. And my hands are well known in the watch community for being very clean. I only get maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 comments per watch review video where someone tells me that I need to clean my hands or clean my fingernails or whatever. But the thing is, I review G-Shock watches, so you kind of have to have dirty hands. But anyways, you can wash it, right? And so the gasket on this is like, I think that it's not an O-ring. It does have a flap. I don't like that. I'll probably find an actual like cylindrical O-ring to go in there so that there's no like cavity for filth to hide, right? And try and keep that seal going, which this locking lid helps, okay? And so, as far as a tough test goes, I'm going to tough test this. It's $42. It better be worth it. Will I dunk it in diesel? Probably not. I mean, this is another subject. I don't know if it's appropriate to bring this up on a YouTube video, but I've been having some health problems, and I think that I'm trying to eliminate a lot of environmental toxins. But one of the commenters thought, that diesel exposure, you mentioned that diesel exposure, on your skin, it can get into your liver, and my liver, it hasn't been running on all cylinders, all right? So one other thing that I've been doing to help my liver is apple cider vinegar. And so, that I will use a mug to kind of put in a little bit of apple cider vinegar and then some water, swish it around, and, get a little bit of liver cleansing going on. And I'm a lot better now than I was. Eliminating all the junk out of my diet has helped a lot. And I think that a lot of those energy drinks may have been a problem. I know a lot of commenters are like, "Oh, you're drinking too many energy drinks. You're going to get cancer." And they're telling me all these bad things are going to happen from energy drinks. At the time I was like, whatever. Maybe if you had 5 or 6 a day, but I only have 3 or 4 a day. Come on now. But I decided that, for health, we'll just stick with coffee. Pure, healthy coffee. which, you know, science just, it can't tell us if it's coffee is good or bad. But I don't believe in science, so I just drink a lot of coffee because I like it, all right? And it has a beneficial effect. So, 30 ounces, all right? And, you know, this Yeti is known for quality and expense, right? And will it live up to its reputation? We're going to find out. And I think that a lot of guys won't like this handle. From my last mug, I got used to the handle. I kind of like the handle. And this bottom tapers, so it'll fit in the cup holders in the Western Star truck that I drive. And of course, like, even if it wasn't tapered, you could put this in remember the cup holder in my Peterbilt used to have, you could put a 128 ounce drink in there. And yes, in Texas, they do have drinks that big. All right. And so I'm pretty excited about this, if you can't tell. I never expected to be a Yeti owner. And Yeti, I believe it started in Lubbock, Texas. So stay tuned. I'll get my other mug out of the truck. I think it's called OG mug, and we'll do a head-to-head comparison. And you know, we'll tough test this Yeti. We'll run it through some tests. You know, probably avoiding poisonous materials so we don't ingest any toxins. Most of the testing will be heat related, and you know, we'll test, like, we'll fill it up with, you know, coffee or whatever, and, you know, see how spill proof it really is. So stay tuned for that. All right. And before I go, a lot of people are asking, like, I had a watch that I had to return on warranty. It was a G-Shock. It was a lot like this one, but it was the Rangeman, the GPR H1000, and this watch is the GBD H2000. I had to return the Rangeman for warranty, and a bunch of people are asking me for a follow-up, and I called the service center yesterday, and I do have an update to that story. So my next video, Lord willing, I'll give you guys an update to that. But today I got this Yeti, and like, this color just really caught my attention. I love this color. And so this is a fitness watch, right? I've lost a lot of weight, right? A lot of weight. I'm down. Got up to 300, and I'm down. Today I weighed myself. I went to the gym, and I was like 263. It's like 262 and change. So I had to buy like all new clothes. I went to Academy, and of course that's where it seems like where Texans get all their clothes. They get their Magellan fishing shirts. So yeah, of course I got some Magellan, right? It's like the LL Bean of Texas, Academy. Magellan too. It's like, the prices are pretty good for Magellan products, and they're pretty good value, I think. But I'm down to XL in pants, right? All thanks to this fitness watch. Well, in large part to the fitness watch. Anyways, gentlemen, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. I'm Jim Kincaid. Thanks for watching.